How all you fine folks doing this evening? What a day. What a day. I managed to knock out a few chores, not a lot. Really sore from last couple days. Kind of pushed, excuse me, pushed a little too hard, and a lot of aches and pains. And a bit of cotton mouth at the moment. Go figure. But while I was getting about my chores today, doing a lot of thinking, soul searching, right? Trying to learn from everything that's been going on. Get this shirt up. Little thrash from working in that thing today, but trying to be a better person, right? And always being reminded of my anger issues. And angry little kid, angry little foster kid, you know. Can't seem to let go a lot of old baggage. And it shows in my behavior. You know, it's like when I was talking about that gal on the East Coast, and I should probably have the respect to remember her name, but I'm really bad with names. And anyway, thinking about how I was harping on her so bad, and sorry, give me a second. For whatever reason, I'm having difficulties. There we go. So anyway, I was thinking about the things I said, and I went back and watched the video because somebody had asked in another video, did I have the video of the girl in the store with no mask on? And the comment was in reference to the remark I made about the gal on the East Coast being in Neiman Marcus without a mask and trying to convince this other lady that she didn't have to wear hers, right? And so I went to link that, try to find that specific video where she talks about that, and then link it for this other person's question so that they could see what I was talking about, so they'd know I wasn't full of shit. So I went over to Homegirl Spot, and I started digging through her videos trying to find that specific video, and I couldn't find it. Now, I can't say that she took it down or not, and it could be there, and I just didn't find it. I didn't spend a lot of time, but I watched, 2 or 3 minutes in 5 or 6 different videos looking for it, and what I came to the realization was, she's a good person. I'm an asshole. Her opinion puts my health at risk. She's misguided. She thinks she's got it figured out for sure. Like a lot of people who follow her same mindset, let's say, I'm going to try to be very politically neutral and very polite, right? I'm going to try to change my behavior, try to change my language, and try real hard to come out here and be more like an adult and less like an angry child, because that's what's inside of here, right? This angry little kid. Just the fact that I picked at the scab a couple times. She was shopping at the store where all the rich people go, right? I gotta hang up with rich people, I do. And hey, that's not cool. I got no right to hate on somebody because they got money and I came up poor, right? That's not cool. But I do that, and that's wrong. So anyway, after watching a few of her videos and realizing she's misguided, misled, a little brainwashed, to be quite honest, in regards to my opinion, young lady, no disrespect. See, the thing is, I believe the same of my own daughter. I think her beliefs in life play a part in the reason why she's no longer in my life. The lion's share is my fault. I take full responsibility on that issue, but part of the rift between me and my daughter is the same as with the East Coast gal, but they're just polar opposites. Their beliefs are absolutely opposite each other, right? If those two girls were in a room together, they'd tear each other's hair out, I guarantee it. And I can tell you, they're both scrappers, I can tell. I know my kid's a scrapper, I can tell. And this gal on the East Coast, she's a scrapper. I think she's Jersey, maybe. She's kind of gives me that vibe. But, you know, irregardless, that doesn't mean anything. It's just an observation. But the point I'm trying to make is I handled myself really, really badly. I pulled down that video. I took down my comment. I feel terrible now, right? Remorseful. I was running on passion. Nobody provoked me or asked me to take it down. I did this on my own. I just after watching her stuff, I felt bad. I felt bad for acting like an asshole. I did. She didn't deserve it, you know. I would have got much further had I, you know, killed her with kindness instead of disrespect. But see, that's this angry little boy in me from my childhood lashing out. So it's an explanation, not an excuse, young lady. And once again, I'm sorry if you see this. You know, I don't even know if you read my comment. You know, I don't. It didn't have any remarks on it or anything, and you didn't take it down, so I don't know if anybody even saw it. So maybe all of this is just me talking to myself and whoever happened to view that shit on my channel. And I'm gonna try real hard that you guys aren't gonna see any more of that crap. Justified or not, I just need to be better. There's no excuse for that. I'm just pissed, man. I got problems, right? I'm angry. I'm an angry man. And I'm honest. I just gotta get better at dealing with it. Same thing with these fucking cops and these fucking punks in the neighborhood and the post office and everybody else that I managed to stick my finger in their eye on the way out the door of this pleasant little town I live in. Right? I'm gonna try to quit calling it everything and anybody and everything names, right? I've been pretty bad lately calling, talking shit is what I've been doing. A lot of shit talking. I think it's justified. I do. I just think my approach is bad. All right. Reasoning is solid. It's just, anyway. Wanted to come out and say sorry once again for my bad behavior, my bad mouth. You know, ladies, I feel terrible. Any kids that happen to catch any of that garbage, I feel bad. And it's not just this last rant, but I've been ranting for a long time. I've chased away a lot of people, including my brother and my daughter, so I'm a trained professional when it comes to chasing people off with this mouth. Something I'm pretty good at. I'm gonna see if I can get ungood at it, you know what I mean? You ever try to get ungood at something? I'm gonna. I don't think I can just right out quit. I can't. I don't think my anger's ever gonna go away. I just gotta get to be a trained professional at dealing with it, that's all. And not letting it get to me. I feel a lot calmer. I do. I'm going to try real hard to hang on to this piece this time. I know I've said this, I sound like a broken record. It's this constant up and down. But I'm leaving soon. I'll leave all this behind. And I have much to smile about where I'm going. And I'm very grateful. I got to quit being so pissy about the things that get me angry and stay on the gravy train of gratefulness, you know, because it feels good when you feel grateful, right? When gratitude is in your heart, it's a nice feeling, right? How can you be mad if you're grateful? Pretty tough, right? And I got a great deal to be grateful for, you know, I do. So very much. Anyway, once again, thank you for your patience and understanding for my bad attitude, my bad language. You know, I've had this conversation with Dave Dogg on a number of occasions, you know, and the same thing. It's like, man, here I go again. I just shot myself in the foot again. I must have told him that 1,000 times, right? And every time he tells me the same thing, dude, you come from a good place. You do. You mean well. You just tend to fuck it up. He didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking, right? Sometimes it doesn't matter what your intentions are if your delivery sucks and you don't ever get the ball across the plate, right? If you're on the pitching mount and your delivery never makes it across the plate, right? You get the point. Anyway. Better times ahead. For me, I'll make sure of it. Without a doubt. I got lots of worry though, and I got to get better at that. Worry for the world. I mean, a lot of my beef with the local law enforcement folk up here in the post office, not for me. Here, you know what? This is just random. You ready for this? Shit, I think I just... I just restocked the freezer today. It's hard for me to see what you guys can see because this thing's spun around, but it's, how can I do this? All of these up here, those are filet mignons. The little ones are filet mignons, New York strip, all lean ground beef, more New York strip. And then down here, I don't know, can you see how thick that is? And that's just one row. Once again, I really can't see what you guys can see. T-bones, you name it. So I just restocked today. That's from the outside freezer to the inside freezer. So all my pissing and moaning about the post office, it's not like I'm hurting for food. I'm not hurting for good food. That's from a cow that was raised up here that was fed on grass and mother's milk. You know, not grain and a bunch of bullshit and a bunch of whatever they give these critters, right? In them boxes, in them cages. Anyway, gratitude, you know. From what I understand, this place of mine's gone up a great deal in value since I moved in. So, vehicles paid pension money's coming in, right? I don't have much to complain about as long as I can breathe. Please don't. She just had to curl up on Daddy's vest. Silly dog. She's notorious for spinning donuts on my hoodies. If I put one on the couch, she's got to plop on it. Anyway, it's my bad. Don't put your shit on the couch then. Water. Trying to lighten up on the coffee. I think I've been going a little too full throttle on the coffee too, right? It's all of the above. I need to rein everything in and tighten up my game. I've been a little too loose, right? Out of control because my emotions are running high. A lot of stress with this virus and everything I got going on, right? It puts me under a lot of pressure. I live here alone. I don't have anyone to talk to on the phone on a regular. Dave said. So it's a lot of solitary confinement type shit, right? Isolation and solitude will fuck with you. You gotta be tough. And lately I've been angry, right? I feel angry because of the virus. Keeps me isolated because people are selfish, because they don't want to wear a mask, right? And I get on this loop, and it spins me out in anger, and I have a hard time letting go. And it's easy for me to analyze every little nuance and find fault in all these behaviors by other people that jeopardize my health, right? And so I just, like a dog chasing its tail, man, I can go at it for hours about how lousy everybody is and how I'm stuck in my house because of everybody else's and it doesn't change anything. A little hot air. That's about it. So I'm once again try real hard to change my approach on my way out of town, calm the waters. Then I managed to really jack up while I was on my way out of town, right? Fussing the PD and the DA, and I've heard now from a couple people, dude, don't go anywhere. Dude, do not go into town. You're gonna get pulled over. You're gonna get pulled over. Kimba says, Dad, I think maybe it's time to leave the iPad alone. Kimba, is it time to leave the iPad alone? Is it? She was pawing, so I think it's time to go. Anyway, curious to see when I play this back to see if you could see the meat that I brought into the house. It's funny. You know, me and my impromptu, right? All right. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding and support. I really appreciate it. There's not too many of y'all out there anymore, but it's to be expected with my behavior. I'm surprised there's anybody left at all. All right, much love and gratitude. As always, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share. Don't let the kids, etc., etc. Love the ones that love you back. Do your best to love the rest. Peace.